Hey, it's Josh Shanley, co-founder of Pipeline Pages, and I've got a story I'd like to share with you. A story that's changed my life profoundly, and one that will change yours as well if you let it. It's a story I first heard in the book, The Cash Flow Quadrant, by Robert Kiyosaki, and it goes like this. Once upon a time, there was this quaint little village. It was a great place to live, except for one problem. The village had no water unless it rained. To solve this problem once and for all, the village elders decided to put out to bid the contract to have water delivered to the village on a daily basis. Two people volunteered to take on the task, and the elders awarded the contract to both of them. They felt a little competition would keep prices low and ensure a backup supply of water. The first of the two people, Joe, decided that working hard was the answer. Immediately, he ran out, bought two galvanized steel buckets, and began running back and forth along the trail to the lake, which was a mile away. He immediately began making money as he labored morning till dusk, hauling water from the lake with his two buckets. He would empty them into the large concrete holding tank the village had built. Each morning he had to get up before the rest of the village awoke to make sure there was enough water for the village when it wanted it. It was hard work, but he was very happy to be making money and for having one of the two exclusive contracts for this business. The second winning contractor, Cindy, disappeared for a while because she understood the value of working smarter. She wasn't seen for months, which made Joe very happy since he had no competition. Joe was making all the money. Instead of buying two buckets to compete with Joe, Cindy had written a business plan, created a corporation, found 4 investors, employed a president to do the work, and returned 6 months later with a construction crew. Within a year, her team had built a large volume stainless steel pipeline which connected the village to the lake. At the grand opening celebration, Cindy announced that her water was cleaner than Joe's water. Cindy knew that there had been complaints about dirt in Joe's water. Cindy also announced that she could supply the village with water 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Joe could only deliver water on the weekdays. He didn't work on the weekends. Then Cindy announced that she would charge 75% less than Joe did for this higher quality and more reliable source of water. The village cheered and ran immediately for the faucet at the end of Cindy's pipeline. In order to compete, Joe immediately lowered his rate by 75%. Bought 2 more buckets, added covers to the buckets, and began hauling 4 buckets each trip. In order to provide better service, he hired his 2 sons to give him a hand for the night shift and on weekends. When his boys went off to college, he said to them, "Hurry back because someday this business will belong to you." For some reason, after college, his 2 sons never returned. Eventually, Joe had employees and union problems. The union was demanding higher wages, better benefits, and wanted its members to only haul 1 bucket at a time. Cindy, on the other hand, realized that if this village needed water, then other villages must need water too. She rewrote her business plan and went off to sell her high-speed, high-volume, and low-cost clean water delivery system to villages throughout the world. She only makes a penny per bucket of water delivered, but she delivers billions of buckets of water, and all that money pours into her bank account. Cindy had developed a pipeline to deliver money to herself, as well as water to the villages. Cindy lived happily ever after. And Joe worked hard for the rest of his life and had financial problems forever after. The end. Now, there are a number of lessons from this story, and there are a number of reasons why I'm sharing it with you. In fact, this story is the inspiration behind Pipeline Pages. But unlike Cindy, it won't take you months or weeks or even days to build your first pipeline. And the good news is you won't need to build out a business plan, find investors, or hire a construction crew either. When you get started with Pipeline Pages, you can set up your first client-attracting pipeline within minutes and get leads flowing to you within hours. But it gets better. Because as you build pipelines and grow your audience and position yourself as an authority, your prices won't ever be a part, lowering your prices won't ever be a part of your business plan like Cindy's. In fact, you'll be in such high demand, price will never again be an issue. And the very best part is, right now, you can start a free trial with Pipeline Pages by clicking the link or button below this video. And when you take action and get started today, you can have your first client-attracting pipeline set up in no time flat. So go ahead and start your free trial now, and we'll see you on the inside.